Hello again. My name is Steven. I work for MisfitPicsGallery.com, and today what I'm going to be showing you in Photoscape is using the clone tool. And if you've been following me lately, I've just basically been explaining a lot of these tools throughout Photoscape. Today I'm actually going to show you just a little bit of actual photo editing. So, once again, come into your editor and come into Tools. Select yourself a file. So I'm just going to select this one really quickly, and I'm going to select the clone stamp. Clone stamp, what it does is this actually clones what your image is. But, however, what you can do is you can actually put it somewhere else. So I'm going to select my largest scale tool right here, and where I want to begin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin right at the top of her head. And I want to actually, what I want to do is I want to clone her face, and I want to put it over here. So just select where you want to be, just like that, just by clicking, no big deal. And then start tracing around what you're wanting to clone. So just fill it completely in to what you want to have done. And there you go. I have now just cloned the photo and put it in another location. And notice on how my bar is still incredibly long. How to start over with this is by clicking on your clone stamp again, and you have one dial. So let's say I want to clone her face a second time and put it in this corner down here over on the right side. I'm going to start at the top of her head one more time, and where I want to begin with this. I'm going to throw this right here. It will overlap her hand, but that's okay. I want it to overlap her hand. And then once again, you just start tracing out exactly what you want to do. And fill it in. And that's how that one works. And in order for you to actually go back, you just push undo. And that's all. That's basically how the clone stamp works. It takes a little bit of talent in order to really use it, because this is the biggest thing I'm going to do. I'm going to take this image, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the entire model about a half an inch over to the left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a waypoint, which I'm thinking that about a half inch is about right there. And then start filling. This one you really need to pay, when you're doing stuff like this, you really need to pay attention as to what you're doing, because this can actually take a tedious amount of time, and if not done correctly, you can actually overlap what you're originally trying to do, and then it just becomes something else. And that's not what we're trying to do it here. Basically, seeing as we're trying to move her over about a half inch, what I'm doing right now is I'm actually starting with that half inch and then just going up and down and a little bit of side to side, but more or less all I'm trying to do is just go up and down so that I'm able to progress this evenly into the photo. So like I said, you just slowly pull it in. And the thing is about doing this, you really need to concentrate as to what you're doing. So it does take quite a bit of time. I'm trying not to talk just because I'm trying not to lose my concentration as to what I'm trying to show you here. So bear with me. I'm trying to get this perfect. And that's about as far as I can actually go. I have been able to move my model over about that ½ inch that I wanted originally. But the only thing is about this photo is with her hand actually not having any depth on the other side, I can't actually do anything about that. But I've got a few more tricks up my sleeve. And just crop it out. One more time. I'm going to crop it just like that. And there you go. I have moved my model completely, just using the clone tool. Yeah, when it comes down to the editing part, you're gonna have to clean up a lot of these lines, because as you can see down here, a lot of my backdrop is actually very distorted and just looks out of place. But that's not like it's not completely fixable. But this is what I'm gonna show you, and this is all that I wanted to do. So if I push on do to all, we're put the photo right back to the original spot. The only thing that I can tell you is that whenever you're using the Chrome tool, the one thing that can actually mess you up a lot, like your example, you're doing a lot of work, you're going for what you're trying to work here, because as you can see, I'm just cloning all this area. And if I accidentally push the right mouse key while I have my finger on the clone, it will remove it all. So just warning you, I'd recommend just taking your finger right off of that right button, just in case if any sort of problem were to happen like that. Because with that happening, as you can see down here, push redo, that's just what I just did last. So everything's been undone already, so I can't actually go back to the work that I was trying to do. Basically, if you push the right key while you're trying to work on your clone tool, all it's going to do is just erase everything that you just worked on. And that's how you use the clone tool. So thank you very much for watching. Again, my name is Steven. I work for MisfitPixGallery.com. Please check out some of my other web videos that I've got up. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll have a lot more videos for you.